But there's a big week for NATO. Sweden, Erdogan has given up his blocking Sweden for NATO. There are a lot of negotiations. He got a lot back from the West. He was pushing for Hungary and Turkey to be part of EU. He did not get that, but there was a lot of assurances, including Swedish stop backing the Kurds. There are a lot of stuff that they got, and they led to Sweden join NATO. So there's this big NATO summit. There's a lot. That might be like one story. There's so much breakdown. I knew we probably had time to that today, so I might do that tomorrow or at Nick and I talking about everything that's going on. On Wednesday, Joe Biden's giving a big speech at the NATO summit where he's going to try to – it's going to be like a big address. I'm definitely covering it. I'm going to see if I can cover it live if I can because it will be a big address to shore up Western support for the war in Ukraine. It's going to be big. This NATO summit is a very crucial moment for the stage in the war in Ukraine. So in order to mirror this, which we're going to cover this more, NAFO, the online feds, had their own convention to mirror the NATO convention. So a bunch of these ops, and this is definitely a CIA-held event. They got together, and they were like, surely, guys, we are real. We are not bots. We are not agents of the CIA. Look, we are real people, like ordinary people doing normal shit. So they hold a summit that was far from fucking normal. And a lot of people making fun of their appearances, which I think is fair fucking game. Right? I think that's fair game. I'm not one of those soft leftists. Like I am one of the people that believe there is one person that you can fat shame. Like I think it's rude to fat shame generally, but I think you should fat shame Chris Christie. You know what I mean? I'm one of the people that say all these rules of civilities go away across class lines. So yeah, we should be nice and kind to each other. I don't think we should make fun of each other's appearances. But if you are inside of the war criminals, if you're inside the establishment, if you're part of the military-industrial complex, if you're for killing people, then yeah, I'm making fun of your goddamn appearance. I'm sorry, I'm not that guy.
I'm totally with that.
There's some people like I'm morally, but no, nigga. If you're a war criminal, I'm making fun of everything.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I think they should be tarred and feathered. They should be tarred.
So a lot of people noticed that the people at this NATO summit are just a bunch of unfuckables.
So that's what they call it.
That's what they call it. So these people deserve to be mocked because they're 100% fucking feds. And well, the people speaking 100, no one can convince me these people aren't fucking feds. And the people who are not feds, they are the victims being dragged along. They are incels, overly online losers that the CIA is taking advantage of because these incels online, what they look for is a community. They need a community of people that give them a sense of meaning. So the maybe 5% of NAFO that's real are these online Western chauvinist losers who find online community and they feel like they got a sense of purpose through helping Ukraine win the war against Russia. Now let's play the video. We got a lot more to add, but just to keep saying.
Yeah, let's play the video and I'll read your tweet. More. You said the CIA really was like, quote, let's send our ugliest, most out of shape agents to the NAFO convention, end quote. And let's play this video. It's very short, 30 seconds. Again, these are kind of rapid fire segments. They're going to be very quick, 5 to 8 minutes maybe, and then we'll just move on to the next story.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we definitely should do more of those. I like that.
Yeah, here is, it's 30 seconds.
I would like you to now interview certain Mr. Camille, please, to the stage.
Where's your cigarette, man? Yeah, that's Camille.
Look how edgy he is.
I would like you to now interview.
Look how edgy he is, man. You see how he threw those plushies out of the way? Man, that's so like him, man. That's all Camille, man. You see how outside the edgy is? Man, we have fun at NAFO. You see how weird and outside. Look at this again. Look, that's Camille for you, man. That's Camille for you.
You know what? I thought this was Kyle Kalinske for a second. My eyesight ain't the greatest. I could have sworn this was Kyle Kalinske on the left that's introduced. Yeah, I thought he was sitting down, not the guy standing up. So, but this is laughable, Nick. This is laughable. And they happen to be in the same city. So you're telling me they're in the same city as the actual NATO summit? Isn't it in Vilnius?
What was
I think
the
it
NAFO
is.
summit? Let me see. Where?
No, well, it says it right here on the screen. It says this, or
Oh yeah,
or
so I
maybe
guess it
that's
was.
yeah. So it was in the same city as the actual NATO summit, and to me, that
And-
also speaks to this is actually CIA. Why would it be in the same city? Like that's too much of a
And they
coincidence.
can fly out. These people had the resources to fly out in the
nah.
same area. This is 100% CIA. And let's go. You show a screenshot. Like you can go forward into that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like maybe go to the end where you see him sitting on the couch. Just pause the screen there. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but look at the age of these people. They look like military fighting age to me. So instead of LARPing online, like these people are doing apparently, why not sign up and fight this war that you're so confident is so important? No, they don't fight for it. You don't at least stand up and fight for the war you care about. They don't do that. They don't even do that. They LARPing online as they watch Ukrainians die. That's why I make fun of their appearance. They're cheering for the death of Ukraine, cheering for World War III. And that's why this press conference is done. So a lot of people online are making fun of their appearance. But I personally think this is a 3D chess move. 3D chess move by the CIA. This is actually great central casting by the CIA. CJ, think about it. If you were trying to convince people that this shit was real, who will you hire to be the face of NAFO? You will find the fattest, most unappealing, overweight, loser-looking motherfuckers that you could possibly find. Those are the people that CIA will cast for this role because it make it look believable. Look, we have it at NAFO Summit. Oh my God, look at all these losers.
Right.
They operate on 3D chess, guys, because they want us to make fun of these people. That's how a lot of people fall for that. Oh my God, look at all these losers support NAFO. My argument is they're not even fucking real. They casted the people you expect the most to be NAFO, and they hold this convention like all these losers, so you believe it's
makes
legit,
it believable.
It makes it very complicated psyop. Very, very complicated psyop.
Compared to
go ahead.
Compared to the races, the races in mass that show up and they march and they straight line. Compared to that, that is clearly. If you don't, let me give you a little more context. What do they call it? Patriot Front. That's what it's called. I think it's called Patriot Front. It's that CIA outfit where they show up in rider vehicles, like moving vehicles, U-Haul vehicles, so that you can't trace them. And then they have their faces covered. They got hats and fatigues on. They marching in certain lines. Everybody knows that's the feds from a mile away. They're all fit. They're all kind of clean cut. But you see, to your point, Nick, in this case, what are they trying to make it more believable? We're just regular people. So they're going to cast a guy that looks like this, that looks like the regular guy who does nothing, who doesn't exercise, who just watches TV, who plays video games, to give it more believability, to your point.
Yeah, there's one more thing I want to share. I'm trying to find this. There it is. Here's the actual source. It actually took me a long time to find this. So you want to know how this shit is not legit? I saw this. And there was no doubt in my mind, but if there was any lingering doubt in my mind that this shit wasn't real, they overreached, CJ. I don't know if you saw this, but this NAFO summit was addressed by the Prime Minister of Estonia, Kaja Kallas.
No,
and this is the message that they showed at the convention. I'm not going to play the video because the video just platitudes. Look at this part. Oh my God. I just saw this part. Look what she says here.
As a proud honorary fella, I want to...
Actually, I will play the video. Actually, I'll play it. Fuck it. Listen to this.
Dear fellas, I'm really sorry not to be able to be there with you in person for the first ever NAFO summit in Vilnius. But I will be following in your footsteps in a few days when NATO leaders meet. As a proud honorary fella, I want to send my greetings to you and I wish you the most based NAFO summit possible. As I've said before, the aggressor must be defeated on the battlefield, but Russia is also waging a war against our democracies, an energy war, a cyber war, an information war. Democracies need to take steps to defend themselves in all these areas, as well as holding the line to defend a world where rules still apply and where technology works for, not against democratic societies. You are all a living example of this, fighting Russian disinformation and bad takes with good humor, intelligence, and enthusiasm. Behind every fellow is a real person.
And I don't know if you guys saw this, but that was the line that everyone was tweeting regarding this NAFO convention. You had some of these people posting stolen images of people and they were saying, behind every fella is a real person. Guys, we are real. I promise you we are not feds. No, bro. Literally type in this sentence right here into Twitter. You will get hundreds of bot tweets of people saying, behind every fella is a real person. Because that's what this convention was all about, to convince you that these NAFO bots are real people, to the point where they got the Prime Minister of Estonia to send a video message to them. And they were always like, oh my God, we're being acknowledged. So they have this random convention of online trolls, and they get acknowledged by a world leader? And people don't think these people are feds.
This is a psyop.
Get
the fuck out of here. They got a NATO flag in the back. This is so... And some of the words that she selects, she's acting like they're like basically they're her comrades, and she would be there if it wasn't being for NATO sort of giving it legitimacy. And then what these people always do, they give away sort of what they doing and what they say, because she talks about information war, and that's what exactly who NAFO is. This is about an information warfare, and that they're going in, and this is why they see themselves as some sort of like, is this the new frontier of sort of American sort of patriotism, being willing to go out and have this information warfare propaganda for NATO and the United States? That's sort of like what this is about to me. But go ahead.
Yeah. But that's how you can tell what really happened at FedCon 2023, as I'm calling it, because NAFO, just like all the other things, were feds. The funny thing is, you see these NAFO accounts, and I know it was coordinated strategy, because if you look at some of these tweets, like search NAFO, you see all my followers making fun of these people. Like, these people keep saying behind every NAFO account is a real fella, and then they'll post a picture of the most nerdiest looking motherfucker you can think of. Like, and I'm not trying. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be mean here, but there were so many. Like, it was so cringe. Like, post number one, behind every NAFO account is a real person, some obese, nerdy looking motherfucker. Another obese, nerdy looking motherfucker. And I'm like, so you told me all these obese, nerdy motherfuckers are posting their pictures now? No, as I said at the beginning of the segment, this was a psyop where they like, we're gonna cast a bunch of ugly, nerdy looking motherfuckers, and then we're gonna have people steal the pictures of people who fit the casting role. Because if they had a bunch of in shape feds, like they did at they made that mistake at Patriot Front, where they had a bunch of in shape motherfuckers, and people like, yo, why is there not one out of shape Patriot? That was sloppy. That was sloppy work on behalf of the FBI and the feds.
They learned.
So they learned it. Like, all right, if we're gonna do NAFO, we can't have our sexy motherfuckers here. Let's find it ugliest motherfuckers, are paying well, and let's get taken care of. So
they're trying to convince us that this guy who showed up at the NATO convention in the video we showed, this guy who's not that appealing, these people don't want to put their faces on their Twitter and their social media accounts, but they're showing up in person to do this? Yeah, like it's not believable. It's not believable whatsoever to me. Not at all.
Yeah, what's that?